Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Kingdoms. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. Today is going to be a day where we're going to do a lot of little big things. That probably doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Here's what I mean. So this kingdom, Nembania, is actually getting fairly close to completion. We're honestly pretty darn close. Like, there's not a lot. We don't have any more buildings to build. We've got a couple of areas where we need to add like some market stalls or maybe I think originally I was planning on having a park over here, but we kind of ended up with a park as the town square. So I think this is maybe going to be just a bunch of little market stalls or maybe a campsite for, you know, the poorer folk of the city or something like that. I don't know. But there's a lot of little things like that. Details. But then also there's a lot of things that are kind of boring, but are really important. For example, all of this stone that we see right here needs to go away. This all needs to get removed so that we can then swap it out for grass instead. And then once we have it all swapped out for grass, that will basically give me like a blank canvas to make much more interesting, come up with a more interesting terrain pattern. Probably something along the lines of like grass, coarse dirt, path blocks, something along those lines. I don't know exactly what yet. One of these shulker boxes is all grass. It's literally the one that's right here, isn't it? Yeah, it totally is. So yeah, we're going to gather over the course of this episode. This is not what we're going to do for the entire episode, by the way. I'm not literally just going to do this. We're going to do a pretty large time lapse in just a minute here. But what we're going to do is just go through and swap all of this stone out for grass. Just swap it all out. The downside to that is we're going to go through a ton of grass. The upside is we're going to get a ton of stone, which is actually good because, believe it or not, I'm actually kind of low on stone because I haven't been to my beacon mine in quite some time. So, yeah. Anyway, this is the plan. We are going to uproot all of this grass, or all of this stone, and replace it with grass. I have approximately a shulker box full. And then I also have about half a shulker box of grass over there in one of those chests. I really do not think that that is going to be enough grass. I am probably going to have to head off into a plains biome somewhere and just get a bunch more grass. Thankfully, that's really not that big of a deal because grass is pretty easy to gather when you have a silk touch shovel. So no big deal whatsoever. Anyway. Yeah, that for step one, stone, swap out for grass. Okay, I think we have it all done. I intentionally skipped some of the little blocks right here where the doors are because we'll do something else. Totally just didn't even see this little bit right here. There we go. Let's just fix that. But I think that's about it. Like, this is all grass now. Everything should be good. These chests obviously are going to go away before we're completely done with the city. But all in all, it's a huge amount of progress. Next, I want to tackle this little bit right here. We just kind of have this little area where, for whatever reason, this is all sort of like exposed. And I don't think we want that. You know what? Let's actually go here. And then maybe like this. Just trying to figure out, do we want to bring it up right here? Maybe lengthen this a little bit. Go like, I think I'd like it better. Maybe like that. Just trying to get sort of a natural shape here. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay, let's go sleep and then we'll finish it. Shouldn't take more than a minute or so, because it looks like we're almost done. There we go, a little bit of sleep. Okay. So, looking at this, yeah, this is already looking like way better than it was. Okay, I'm thinking maybe this one we bring up here. Fill that in. Definitely want to kind of even this out a little bit. And then we'd want to cover... Do we want to cover all this up? Well, all of this definitely we want to cover up. I mean, basically, we want the staircase to look like it's built into the hillside rather than floating. Before, it was just kind of floating, and it was really not a good look. There, here. We can probably get rid of that one, too. And then I'd say... probably there would be the next place to kind of bring it over. Maybe there, here, here, and then that's where it'll kind of, oh, that flower needs to go. That's where it kind of turns to meet this other curve. And then we just got to get in and, you know, patch all of this stuff up. Like so. Get rid of those. Little grass. Yeah. All right. Hey, this is starting to look like a thing. We're finally getting like a decent landscape going up here that looks a bit more natural. Honestly, the rest of this, I think I'm okay with just leaving as is. You should not be grass. We still have to, you know, go in and get rid of the stone and swap it out for grass instead. But as far as the shape of this hillside, I think I'm totally fine with this little bit. Now, I need to make a decision as to if I want to swap all of this stone out. And because up here, I mean, down in the village, down here, this is all grass. But up here, do we want to do that? Or do we want to leave some of this as stone? Because, you know, this is the top of a mountain. I probably should swap it all out. Like, this is all, obviously, this is all stone right here. We have a couple, we have like what, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5 stacks roughly of grass left. I think I do have like 9 more stacks back in the storage room over in Bullstone, but it's not a lot. I'm actually surprised that we haven't gone through all of our grass already. I thought there was going to be more down here, but it actually wasn't too bad. Do I want to swap all of this out for grass? I think the answer is probably yes. I think I do. But if I'm going to do that, is it worth it to move the beacon? Yeah, it probably is. Actually, you know what? We have an elytra. We'll just get our little beacon boost like that. And then we'll come back over here and we'll just do, you know, this, basically. Just get as much of it carved out as we can. And then once that's done, you know, once the beacon boost runs out, we'll fill in what we have and just basically go back and get another beacon boost. That's what I was actually doing down in this area because the beacon doesn't reach over here as well. Yeah, this actually shouldn't be too bad. Let me get this finished and then I will check up with you. Well, I'm almost finished with it. This is, I think, all the grass that I have left that isn't in Regnum. There may be I might have some like stashed in a random chest somewhere that I'm not aware of, but I'm not super hopeful because I'm generally fairly organized. Sometimes, you know, better than others. There are times when I just dump everything into a chest and call it good. But yeah, I think that is literally all the grass that I have, unless I want to travel all the way back to the old world to get it. And even there, I don't know if I actually have any, because I feel like I brought a bunch of it over when I realized I was going to need a lot of it. So, I don't know. Either way, this should be enough, thankfully. We're almost finished with that upper area up above the, or up near the manor. And it actually looks like fairly decent with the grass. It's certainly an improvement over what was there before. As you can see, you know what, let's just grab a little bit of that. Grab a little bit of that haste too. I'm literally flying through the beacon beam. Stupid thing. Anyway, we'll go there, here. And then I think what we want to do is just like tear all this out like so. Yeah, the rest of it we can just do by hand because it's not too bad. You get like one good haste 2, you know, sweep at things and you're in a pretty good spot, I think. Let's go like that. Just kind of shape this out a bit. The other thing, the other reason that I like the grass over the stone is that it really makes the roads stand out a lot more than they did when it was just stone. When it was just stone, it all kind of blends together a little bit. I mean, obviously, the diorite here that we're using, this like lighter stone brick texture, is a much, you know, lighter shade of gray compared to regular stone, but it's still a shade of gray. Like, you know, it still blends in maybe a little bit more than I would like. So I think it's good that we're mixing it up here and giving ourselves a little bit of contrast. And all I really need to do is finish going through and just swapping out these upper layers for grass instead. I don't know how far down I'm gonna go. Maybe only the top layer or so. But either way, all this is going to have to get swapped out, which is going to be kind of annoying. This will be swapped out, which is not bad at all because there's not much there. And then over here, I've got this chunk as well. But we're getting pretty close to having that done. I did get the front side all finished. So yeah, we're close. All right, that's all taken care of. It's all converted to grass and looking fine. So next, I want to grab... Do I have more iron in here? I totally do. Okay, we're good. So what I want to tackle next is this railing right here off of the fort or the guardhouse or whatever you want to call it. And I don't want to go super, super complicated with this. I think I just want to essentially mark out some stuff like this, right? We'll go like every 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boop. And, oh, is this going to line up perfectly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, man. I didn't even intend to do that when I when I built this. That's a little bit of good fortune right there. And then here, I think, is there a center point? Yes, good. So we'll go 4. And then over here, we'll have it go to right there, I think. Yep. And then we'll go maybe there. This one's going to be... Actually, no. We'll go here and have this go to there instead. I think that's fine. Okay. So then, let's grab out our crafting table, grab our block of iron, make some iron ingots, and then give me a stack of iron bars. That should be enough, I think. And basically, we're just going to do something like this. And the reason that I wanted to do this is essentially because this snow is driving me crazy. The fact that this snow is up here and covering up the top, I'm not a fan. I just don't, no thank you. So we're just gonna make a simple little iron bar system like this, a little fence, a little gate. Also helps, keep people from falling off. But I just think that'll look much better from up here, because I want you to be able to see this separation between the stone and the grass. Give us that little bit of contrast. We could also put lights up here if we wanted to, make sure the snow was gone. And we may do that eventually. That was a good save. I did not mean to jump off of that. That was very accidental. But yeah, I mean, we could put lights up there. We still might put lights up there, if we... once we do all the texture variation and stuff like that in the ground, because by the time this is all done, this is not going to be just grass. As I said earlier in the episode, it'll be probably something like grass, coarse dirt, and path block, or something similar. I don't know exactly what, but it'll be something along those lines, is my guess. Just something that's a lot more interesting than simply grass is going to be the big thing. So next, we want to tackle this, because this is a problem right here. This whole little bit, like, no, why would you just have this whole mountain just right here? Like, this looks terrible. Honestly, I think that's a better place for this. I don't think I'm going to fill that back in. We want to make sure that the door right here would be able to open. So I think we're just going to kind of peel that whole hillside back a little ways. We'll grab a grass block and do something like that. And now the door would actually be able to swing open, and it doesn't look so absurd that that's right there. And then the rest of this can all get filled in over here as part of the hillside, because there's like this random hole here, which is, okay, whatever. This is just natural Minecraft terrain generation. I didn't do that myself. And sometimes Minecraft is funny about the way that it generates terrain. It's like, oh, did you say more holes in the ground? I can do that. Like, okay, Minecraft, whatever you say. But either way, something like that. Maybe extend that out a little bit, and that, and like there. There we go. That seems a lot better. And then here we have obviously a lot of stone. And we're not going to ultimately end up with stone here. I think this bit for sure here is going to be grass. I mean, this road, I want that to come all the way out. But question becomes, what do we turn it into? Like, do we turn it into grass? Like this whole thing? Or do we just leave it as is and, you know, kind of call it good? Because as I said before, my stockpiles of grass are a little bit limited at the moment. But some of this we can come in and fix up, right? Like we know it's not going to be stone. The question is, like, how do we want to do the path? Do we want to transition from the diorite path into something else? Oop, there's a ghost block. There we go. I am so sad, by the way, that the ghost block has been reintroduced. Come on. Give me, thank you. I was gonna say, give me my my beacon effect back. Here we go. You know, do we want to transition from the diorite road into something else? Like, you know, a more sort of rustic style of path? Can you get up here? Nope. I can't really reach him, though, either. He is on fire. There we go. Got him. There's a lot of zombies and stuff down here. Can't say I'm surprised. Hey. Okay. I'm gonna need you to die? Thank you. Do I have torches? I do. There's just so many enemies. Well, then again, it is daylight. This is probably the only real spawnable area anywhere near here, other than other caves that are below the ground. So I guess I'm not that surprised to be finding, you know, mobs all over the place here, but even still. There we go. All right, that should be good enough. Just light the stuff up long enough that we can get our work and stuff done. Okay, anyway, so yeah, we've got, you know, a bunch of stone and stuff here. I think what I'm going to do for the time being... Ooh, is that all the grass I've got? No. I might legitimately... Did I put grass in a chest? Guys, I'm slowly losing my mind. I don't remember if this is all the grass that I have, or if I had just dumped a bunch of grass elsewhere. I feel like this is probably the only grass that I have, which is problematic. What we're going to do, just to make sure no mobs can get up here, is something like that, I think. For now. That should prevent any mobs from being able to climb up and get up here. Except for maybe over there. But that's fine. I don't care about that side. All right, we'll fix that later. I think I'll have to go get more grass and all that kind of stuff. Either way, I think that is gonna do it for today's episode. I know, as far as stuff goes, maybe this type of stuff interests you, maybe it doesn't. But to be honest, this is just stuff that has to get done. You know, that's kind of the reality of Minecraft. Some of it's super fun, you know, detailing, and some of it's really exciting and all that kind of stuff. Some of it, not so much. Some of it's this kind of stuff, you know, replacing stone with grass. Anyway, yeah, my friends. Oh, wait, no, just kidding. Before we call it a day, I gotta do a comment of the day. It's required. Be right back. Okay, comment get. Achievement get. I got a comment. Let's just leave it at that. Anyway, today's comment is from my good friend Whip, who said, "Hey Wells, you can make smooth stone full blocks by cooking stone inside of a furnace as well. I think that 2-slab recipe you have was through a data pack." And he's absolutely right. So last episode, I was kind of struggling to figure out how to make these stone slabs, you know, the old-fashioned stone slabs. Oh, I've got a ton of stone with me. So this now makes stone slabs. And I was like, what? But apparently I can do this, which will make stone blocks, and then I can turn that into stone slabs. Apparently, this recipe right here is not actually in the vanilla game. Apparently that's from my data pack that I run on Kingdoms. I'm totally gonna leave it because I think that's a super convenient recipe, and I don't think that mindless tedium for the sake of mindless tedium is a thing that should be done. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that recipe. That is a data pack recipe now. So do this to make smooth stone, and then you can use those to make stone slabs, like so, if you feel so inclined. So yeah, I'm leaving that. That was it wasn't intentional. That was just something that was just kind of like quote unquote leftover behavior, accidental behavior from the data pack that I run, which didn't get which wasn't updated to reflect that change when Minecraft made the change. But I like it, so I'm keeping it. The end. Anyway, that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.